just that active red light defending.
I think like.
Granit Xhaka is set to join Bayern Leverkusen, people. By now, I'm pretty sure you've seen the news, you've read the various tabloids and outlets and things. Granit Xhaka is set to join Bayern Leverkusen for about 15 million euros, 13 million pounds, and becomes one of our major exits as the rebuild, or I say rebuild, not really that, the advancement towards getting closer to where we need to be as a football club takes shape. Now, let's further delve into this. Smash the like button, let me know your thoughts, subscribe if you haven't, and all of that good stuff, people. Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta's ruthless summer takes shape with Granit Xhaka exit close, people. Granit Xhaka is set to become the first of several summer exits at Arsenal. Apologies, people, in what could prove to be the most ruthless transfer window of Mikel Arteta's regime. Bayern Leverkusen are now close to finalising a £13 million deal for the Swiss international midfielder, who will finally depart the Emirates after 7 years of service to the Gunners, following his £30 million move from Borussia Mönchengladbach in the summer of 2016. He's played over 200 times for us, been nothing but a good serviceman. Allegedly, sources had disclosed to the Express Sport last week that Xhaka's exit was looking highly probable, despite his integral involvement this season, having featured in all but one of Arsenal's 36 Premier League matches, shining in an advanced midfield role. You heard that his agent was at London Coley last week, and check out the other videos in relation to talking points and transfer news I've released on my channel. Leverkusen have pounced early to beat rival suitors for the 30-year-old signature as the Bundesliga side look to add some extra steel and experience to bolster their exciting young squad. So a bit like at Arsenal this year, he'll play a pivotal role, I assume, in Bayern Leverkusen next season, which it looked like his game time here is going to be limited, people. You know, Leverkusen have somewhat saved their season. They had a woeful start. Xabi Alonso's doing quite well. Simon Roos, forgive me for mispronunciation, Leverkusen's managing director, is seemingly optimistic that a fast and ambitious start to the club's summer transfer business could help maximize his chances of keeping highly coveted coach Xabi Alonso, having already wrapped up the signing of Benfica left-back Alex Glimundo. Xhaka, who had a verbal agreement to join Hertha Berlin in December 2019 and came agony close to joining Roma in the summer of 2021, and there was also offers last summer, so it's been something he's been considering for a while, is understood to have been enchanted by Leverkusen's ambitious project and will now leave Arsenal with his legacy well and truly intact following a remarkable turnaround under Arteta after becoming central to his rebuild, which is true. There's also a sense that smooth relations between Arsenal and Leverkusen in respect to Xhaka could benefit the Gunners this summer should they wish to launch a move for Moussa Diaby, a player of firm admiration in North London. Can't we tell them, you know what? Slap that 30 million pounds, 15 million euros off the price tag for Moussa Diaby. You lot get Xhaka, will pay, will make the difference. I don't know. In relation to Diaby, both Newcastle and Paris Saint-Germain are also thought to be interested in the 23-year-old Frenchman who has 14 goals and registered 11 assists in all comps this season for the German club. A key factor in Xhaka's decision to leave Arsenal was that his involvement was likely to be limited next season, with Arsenal set to pursue a mega money swoop for West Ham captain Declan Rice, now quickly approaching the final 12 months of his contract at the London Stadium. Haven't got him done yet, haven't got it signed yet, so hopefully we can get that man to replace Xhaka in sooner rather than later, whoever it is. Arsenal are prepared to test West Ham's resolve with an offer that will exceed the 72 million shelled out to Nice in the summer of 2019 for club record signing Nicolas Pepe. And I know bids for Mudryk and Caicedo didn't work, but we've shown if we are convinced in a player, we will put down the money. Although concrete discussions are not expected to take place until the end of the season, with the Hammers still in pursuit of Premier League survival, they're going to stay up, and UEFA Conference League glory. There are also other names of firm interest in midfield, including Brighton's Caicedo, who was the subject of 2 significant January offers, the highest of which was worth up to 70 million with add-ons. The Gunners are believed to be one of several clubs to have held initial dialogue with the reps of Mason Mount as he prepares to embark on a new challenge after failing to agree a new contract at Chelsea. Liverpool also firmly in contention for the 24-year-old signature. Everton's Ahamadou Onana's performances have been monitored this season, while Real Sociedad's Martin Zubimendi is also thought to be appreciated, although he looks set to remain with the Basque club after outlining his commitment to his newly signed long-term contract, which he signed last season. Arteta has made it public that he intends to build upon this season's progress by marking his side's long-awaited return to the Champions League with a statement summer window that will enable them to challenge for the Premier League title once again next term. Balogun, who's confirmed that he will represent America at international level, I'm sure you've seen that news, is highly likely to depart following his remarkable Liga loan spell with Reims, where he has 20 goals in 36 games and 19 in the league. His stock is high, selling for top money, reinvest. While Arsenal's final PL position is already set to significantly bolster their transfer kitty, Arteta is also gearing up for a host of cutthroat decisions that will lack sentiment as he seeks to improve the club's squad depth. Reece Nelson is yet to agree a new contract with the Gunners, and with Arsenal set to target the signing of another wide forward, his interest of regular football could better be served elsewhere. Despite several decisive contributions this season, he's understood to have offers from elsewhere on the table, which we found out, really and truly. Apparently, Balogun wants assurances of regular first-team football, which we can't commit to. Controversially, Smith Rowe's future is also up for debate, while Kieran Tierney, trapped by Newcastle, which apparently he's moving ever closer to signing for Newcastle and Aston Villa. Sambi Lokonga, Cedric, Ainsley Maitland-Niles, Pepe, Tavares, Rob Holding, Patino, Austrian Trusty, who's done quite well at Birmingham, similar to Balogun, could get a decent fee, and Runarsson could be all heading for the exit door, and the majority of them probably should, with the exception of Smith Rowe and Charlie and Balogun for resale purposes. Arsenal will also net 6 million for Monza after Pablo Mari obviously stayed in Serie A with them. We've got 2 million because Leno's confirmed Premier League survival with Fulham as well. And also, probably going to sell Matt Smith in our reserves as well. In addition to strengthening Arsenal's midfield and forward line, Arteta would also like to sign competition and cover for William Saliba at right centre-back after the lack of depth in that department was laid bare following the Frenchman's back injury. Mark Gurhey and Mohamed Simikan are the two main targets of interest in defence, where there could also be further recruits, particularly after Tomiyasu sustained a long-term knee injury in the Europa League penalty shootout defeat to Sporting in March. And apparently he'll be back in September, people. We will, again, further confirmation, Leverkusen are in talks to sign Xhaka, sources have told ESPN. It looks like a myth, people. Apparently, he has a year remaining on his Arsenal contract with the option of a further year. The club are yet to trigger that extension. So that might tell you your days are numbered at the club, really. So I can't begrudge you for that. A deal is not yet finalised, but Xhaka is ready to leave if Arsenal are not willing to offer a new longer-term contract. We're set to overhaul people with Declan Rice's addition, which will cost 100 million or more. Caicedo is another option under consideration. It remains possible Arsenal could try to sign two central midfielders in a bid to close the gap on Manchester City. Xhaka's exit would create a role in the squad, as we already know. Apparently, sources have told ESPN that they will not offer Xhaka fresh terms, and sources have told ESPN that in that scenario, he would rather move on to the next phase of his career than see out the final year of his contract in North London. So we'll have to see, people. And Xhaka's had a great season. He's set to leave. He's agreed a 4-year deal in terms of personal terms until 2027, allegedly, people. And again, limited game time and our pursuit of a marquee signing is where it's probably a myth in that regards, people. In relation to Lokonga, company who's passed the test in the championship with flying colours and has reworked the way Burnley play. Apparently, he is interested in Sambi Lokonga, who he's worked with at Anderlecht and who enabled the next Yaya Toure. Send him over there. You got Euros to potentially try and get in the Belgian squad. If he said you're Yaya Toure, go out there and show us why, people. I don't know if it's on loan or permanent, but allegedly company is eyeing up a reunion with unwanted Arsenal star Albert Sambi Lokonga. He's surplus to requirements at the Emirates at the moment. He's played 9 times on loan at Crystal Palace. They're reluctant to make his move permanent. That has left the door open for Burnley to make a move. Apparently, company is a huge fan and once compared him to Yaya Toure. Really. So we'll have to see. When I was still a player for City, I was coming to the point where I was thinking about my future. Management carry on, sign a new deal. I was watching football from different countries, different places, and I saw Sambi play his first game, his first 2 games. Then he got an injury to his knee. But the first thing I did when I saw Sambi is I went to Mikel and said, "You've got to watch this guy. He's the new Yaya Toure. Are you his agent? So come and show us stuff, people." Apparently, the Claret Chiefs have told company he'll be backed in the market and he'd like to bring Lokonga once again. It doesn't say if it's a permanent offer or if it's a loan offer. If it could be permanent, why not? Because we can nip it in the bud. Sell on clause, nip it in the bud, and we keep it moving. Apparently, Sadio Mane and Cancelo do not have long-term futures at Bayern Munich. And for Cancelo, he's on loan. He probably doesn't have a future at City. Two players that have also been linked with Arsenal. So yeah, smash the like button, comment, let me know your thoughts. Obviously, if there's any other news, I'll be making videos. Check out the other videos that I've released, either at the end of this video or the ones that have popped up while you've obviously been listening. Stay blessed, stay safe. I'm out.
There's always just that active and defending.
I think it's like